Let me rope in Manand Dwivedi into this conversation as well. Manand, Sumit is right to bring in Donald Trump's assassination bids as well. They of course failed, but the fact of the matter is it's pretty easy in the United States as well to target and kill president. It's happened in the past. It happened with JFK. It happened with Ronald Reagan, who survived. Abraham Lincoln, of course, was also another one who was killed by an assassin. The fact of the matter is that when you are in public life, it is very, very difficult to get away from situations like this. But do you think, considering the fact that this is something which is possible, candidates and heads of state can be targeted, governments have to do more, especially a government like Colombia?
I personally feel that anarchy, a want of a well-defined and a well-delineated political culture, political tradition, electoral reforms, and all the goody-goody icons of good governance that we associate with a full-fledged and prim and proper democracy. All these elements are very much absent in Colombia. Though on the paper we can say that it's a presidential democracy where the president of the nation state of Colombia is the head of the state also and is the head of the government also. Meaning he's also the titular head, the iconic head, and he's also the praxis head of democracy. So all the paraphernalia as far as the documentation and as far as the respite from other neighbors, and especially the great power and the great undertaker United States of America is concerned, the Colombians have the legitimacy. But I would like to take you back to the clarion call or the sloganeering which Pablo Escobar gave. He said, "Plamo do plato," wherein what it meant was that, are we talking about lead or silver? That is, there has been a complete blackmail of the official authorities, the bureaucracy, the politicians, the security personnel, the army, and all other imaginable plenipotentiaries which one can associate with the establishment. And it was a clear-cut demarche given by Pablo Escobar that if you are going to be against us, if you are going to try to contain us, then you are going to get the lead. And if you are going to be party to us, then you are going to get the silver. That is moolah capital and the bribes. Now, talking about as far as Donald Trump is concerned, what we can realize here is that even nations, mature, secure, superpowers, and the hallowed countries like United States of America have faced it, wherein nobody can forget how in the Dallas depository incident, JFK, John F. Kennedy, traveling with Jacqueline Onassis Kennedy, was shot dead in an open motorcade. And we can look at the power of the drug lords, we can look at the power of the warlords and the mafia, the underlings and the gangsters, wherein even till date it remains, though Lee Harvey Oswald or somebody else who was the assassin, they have been arrested, that he was the person who killed him. But still, a lot of shadowy tales and conspiratorial anecdotes do the rounds and nobody comes to know about it. Now about Colombia. Colombia and some of the Latin American countries, they all are plagued by political instability, a kind of a demos dramaturgy, wherein the practical problems of the order of climate change, corruption, environmentalism, recruiting kids as soldiers, and other issues like migration, human rights abuses, they are very common and very rampant. Not in the same line as people blame India or other countries like US about human rights excesses, but these things do exist. There is no political culture. Everybody is in cahoots, is hand in glove.
You're absolutely right, Manan. We do have a paucity of time. I'm just going to go over the panel again once and take concluding thoughts from all our guests. We'll start with Ambassador Vora. Ambassador Vora,